The budget, what did you make of it as far as international business goes? Was it helpful?
I think it was. I think the budget clearly didn't add any concerns to international business in terms of any tax increases and related challenges. We do think it would be helpful for causing business to come to the island. But part of the things that we do worry, but some of the things we do worry about are just the ease of doing business in Bermuda. I mentioned during the breakfast that we thought that if we can drive more efficiency in government, in processes, and an ability to move things along through government, I think you'll see businesses incorporate a little bit better. Because after we have gone away to win business, it's always a challenge to move things along in a timely, competitive way.
Right. So what more can be done to make Bermuda more competitive and attractive to international business?
I think Bermuda is already attractive. It's broadly considered the gold standard of all financial centers in the world. Its reputation is around being nimble, innovative, progressive. Again, the country has to come together as a whole to facilitate business coming in. We understand the benefits of business coming to Bermuda. It's just not sitting in international business. It flows all the way through to Front Street and the retail operations, restaurants, hotels, transport. I mean, it actually, those incorporations, those employees, and albeit the CEOs and the executives all add value to all segments of the community, including charitable and philanthropic efforts. So when you look at international business and the income the employees generate, as well as the revenue that it brings to the country, I think you would broadly agree that all segments of the community benefit.
So what do you think of the budget in terms of what it means to your members?
I think overall, Jonathan, the budget provided opportunity for our members to be confident about the coming year. Certainly with the Tax Reform Commission report that came out late in 2018, a lot of our members reviewed that report and assumed that a lot of the new taxes from that report would form the part of the upcoming budget. So fortunately that wasn't the case. So I think there is a fair degree of optimism that the taxes were less than were initially feared, and that this will allow perhaps job creation in Bermuda over the coming year. And I think stability is critical to our members. So I think if you're in retail, you need to have the knowledge that there aren't more taxes being lumped on top of them. And I think there was certain payroll tax relief in that sector. So I think overall we were pleased with the budget, and I think the interaction that took place between the minister and many different sectors of the chamber before the budget proved to be very useful in him understanding the concerns of our members. So I think we have to give thumbs up to the minister and the ministry for the budget that was presented last Friday.
Okay, what's your impression of this budget, Mr. Whiteman, as it pertains to business and your clients? Will they find it helpful, do you think?
I think it is a helpful budget for business. There aren't a raft of changes in terms of business taxes that are taking place in this budget, and it comes at a time where that's important. The business community globally is in a fragile state, and investor confidence, CEO confidence is relatively low compared to prior times, and particularly when you consider some of the protectionist actions that are evidenced across the macroeconomic economy worldwide. It's important not to scare business, and I think this budget is a good reflection of that. I think the other element of the conversation that we've had this morning, which I think is important, is that economic growth on the island will help solve a number of the issues. It isn't the silver bullet, but that notwithstanding, there is more work that we can do both in the private sector and with government support to ensure that the competitive advantage of the island is a strong one relative to some of the emerging economies, but also relative to some of the jurisdictions that we really truly compete against.